rocket like rocket fuel.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Ready, yellow 20!
Check 55, come on!
Zero!
All day, every day, any day.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, G.
They'll run it with McCoy. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Hey, middle.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Dancing to his left. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Yellow lady!
Out of the gun, Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
8 yards on the pickup.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Set! 280! Leave it!
I got you.
Now McCoy. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? This is McCoy. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Real right, 22!
From the gun, Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A first carry for Amir Abdullah. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check nickel. Ringo. Double up. He's coming, double up. The hood.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and now it's 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. He'll hit his running back, Amir Abdullah. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Vikings 1st down.
Get ready. Check.
Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line.
First down, Minnesota.
They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
On first down, Abdullah. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing on second down, Cousins. He completes it to Abdullah. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
And it's third down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll run here. Abdullah. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And that will be incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down.
On third down, Cousins. It's complete. Abdullah. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Vikings first down.
Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Cousins to throw it. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
32.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. McCoy's got the first down and more. It's a big run there by McCoy. 44 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Here we go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Danielle Hunter, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Throwing to Stafford. And he's going to go down again. Danielle Hunter, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. A nice little juke. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Ready. 280. 55. I got one.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Set. Yellow 80. Yellow 80.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine.
From the 44, Stafford throwing deep for Galladay. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
First.
On play action, Cousins. He sets to fire deep. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. A toss to Abdullah. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky. Switch.
Here we go.
On the run, Abdullah. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Cousins. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Cousins now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Good route here.
Now Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Off the play fake. Cousins. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete. Desmond Trufant on the coverage.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Let's go,
Hey, no, easy.
They go play action. Cousins. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. McCoy. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
The final shot before the break. Stafford looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Shelling through the defense. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Hey, Delta.
A second down throw for Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Amendola set to return it. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Keep it up, guys.
Their 49-yard line.
Here's McCoy. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So after the run by McCoy, here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Stafford. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19.
First down.
21.
First and 10 at the 19.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point good by Prater, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Play action now. Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here comes Amendola. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Set, lady.
Check 45 to Mike. And I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, Stafford. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
1st down, Vikings.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the delay, this is Abdullah. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Jaron Kearse in on the tackle. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here.
Check. Crouch. Zebra. Gun.
I got it.
Hey, seam 6.
My 40. Check. He's coming.
Hey, flipper.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
Hot.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 39 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. This a screen to Abdullah. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Gun.
Check 31.
Running from the gun, it's Abdullah. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And Bailey able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news. And McCoy loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Vikings 16, Lions 13.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cut.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Danielle Hunter, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the gun, Stafford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
It's a gain of 4.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Next to score, Vikings 23, Lions 16.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Lions take over.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Stafford here, coming off his pick six. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Bound to lose one.
Throwing again. Stafford looking long for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Lions. And even 40 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game.
Let's go. Let's go.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the move to his left. And this one's incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And that'll bring up second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now it's Stafford. He'll buy some time right. His throw incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's third down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Danielle Hunter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Throwing here, Cousins. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Gun.
Cousins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one good for 37 yards. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They run, Abdullah, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
There it is, kid. There it is, baby.
Bailey now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Back to throw, Stafford. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better.